The search is on for the suspects in the Camps Bay shooting. Yesterday, police responded to a complaint in the afternoon in Victoria Road, and upon arrival at the scene, they found the body of an unknown man who had a gunshot wound to his body. A second body was also discovered not too far from the first one and was also declared dead on the scene. Newzroom Afrika's Athi Mtongana joining us live now to give us a bit more detail about these murders. Athi, good morning to you. Do we know the identities of these victims, but also are they residents in Camps Bay or were they holiday makers?
Well, Xoli, I want to begin by referring you to the crime statistics that point to Camps Bay not reporting murders in the last quarter. So this area is obviously a tourist attraction, one that is deemed to be very safe. And so it is unusual for a shooting of this nature to actually take place here, particularly because it is a tourist attraction. A lot of holiday makers actually come here for the beach and the picturesque view of this particular area. I want to jump straight into speaking to an eyewitness who's going to talk to us about what happened and how you saw everything unfold. Shobit?
Okay, we actually working here. We work in the restaurant. It was actually a very good day. People were busy in the beach, praying around, having a good time, having some fun. And then over the sudden, we just saw like 2-3 people walking around on the main road. And then it was like a joke, like we were playing. So we didn't know what happened. Over the sudden, they tried to run across where there are some stones there. And then like we just saw someone carrying a big gun. And then it was like a joke. It was like a play.
A big gun, you say?
Telling it was like a big gun. And then I think it was like a plot, like people, they were knowing what they were doing, because after the one released the gun and then also the other one take out the gun. So it was like a gun style. They were shooting each other. Over the sudden, one was down and then they tried to chase each other. And then afterwards, it's when like people, they tried to send some messages, and those PPM securities, they tried to come, try to rescue and stuff. And then over the sudden, the one of the person like shot down, and then one also ran over the toilet side, and then also he was down. And then they tried to run, come back to the road, trying to go to a Pick and Pay shop. And then he went there, so we didn't know what happened. Like after a few minutes, we find out the Pick and Pay was actually closed. So it was chaos, and then over people were in danger. So that's what I actually witnessed that moment.
Shubert, thank you so much. Like he said, Xoli, he's a restaurant owner. Quickly, I want to bring in Steve. He's a shop owner here. There are many shops around here, Xoli, so you would imagine that obviously they also are worried about what took place yesterday?
This has been a very safe zone. We've got a very proactive community here, proactive security in the area as well. So for this to happen has left us all in absolute shock. This, Camps Bay has become one of the safe hubs, so with this happening means that we have to look at obviously what the reasons were and make sure it doesn't happen again. We are a safe zone, and we feel safe living here. Certainly, me coming from Johannesburg to Cape Town, this is quite a shocker. But it certainly is not going to be the norm and isn't the norm. But it leaves us feeling obviously really concerned. So we have to just be a lot more alert and as I said earlier, identify what the issues are and make sure they don't happen again.
Thank you so much. Steve is a shop owner around here in Camps Bay, Xoli. And just to speak to what the police are telling us, they're saying it might, Xoli, be involving the minibus taxis, the shooting that took place here. We know that there are unconfirmed reports that one of the male victims that passed away is a photographer that normally takes pictures of tourists around here, and the second body then might be linked to the taxis associations around here. But of course, police have referred this particular case to be probed by the specialized taxi violence unit within the South African Police Service. And of course, the suspects are still at large. They are right now, as the South African police, looking for these suspects who fled the scene yesterday. So I'll leave it there for now. Keep watching Newzroom Afrika. We're going